everybody, this is Kawasaki Crush Rocketeer here, and I'm gonna talk to you about how the size of your fucking engine doesn't make you a badass rider. It's not the end all be all of if you're a good rider or not. Now a lot of guys who ride sports bikes, they usually start off on high powered cars, and they believe that it's the motorcycle or the vehicle that determines the skill level of the driver or the rider, and that's just not the fucking case. Now, for example, those MotoGP guys, they all started on real small bikes like this one, like 125s, 250s. They started in those small classes, and then they went up to the big boy bikes. Then they went to the 600 class and the leader bikes. Now a lot of you fuckers, you start on 600s and 1000s, and you cruise around town like you're hot shit. Because you are. I mean, I look at those bikes and I say, that's a sick ass bike. But the second thought that enters my mind as a motorcyclist is, now him and I, like, say for example, there's a guy on a ZX14 or a ZX10 or a BMW S1000RR rolling up next to me. I say, that's a sick ass motherfucking bike. He paid a lot of money for that shit. And then the second question I always ask is, but does he fucking lean that bitch? And the answer is usually no. Because down in Oregon, the motorcyclists here, they don't fucking touch the road if there's a little bit of water on it. They don't look at it. They all hop in their little BMW 5s, X5s, and M5 series class cars, and they just ride through the rain. I mean, they drive through the rain in their comfortable cages. A lot of people aren't real riders. They're like the part-time riders. It's like being a part-time prostitute. You ain't gonna make that much money. And the same goes for a motorcycle. If you're a part-time rider, you're not going to get a whole lot of skill. You're always going to be that half-assed guy when it comes to riding. Yeah, a lot of these guys in America, anyway, they start off on really high-powered bikes. I know some of you guys in Britain and Australia, they all have those learner licenses and stuff, which I think is an excellent idea. They should bring that to America. But here in America, bigger is better. So you can have some 16-year-old punk-ass, rich-ass motherfucker. I've got nothing against rich people. I think they're awesome. But, like, I know a lot of these rich kids, they start off in their first car, it won't be no beater. It'll be like some Audi R8 or something. If their parents, if they made their own money, or if their parents are rich or whatever. Like, you can start off in a high-powered car, but you can't start off on a high-powered bike. And those who did and are able to drag me on the track and really scrub off their chicken strips, kudos to you, because my balls are not that big. I've got average-sized balls and an average-sized cock when it comes to that shit. And an average-sized wallet. I know some of you guys start off on 600s and 1000s because you guys got big fucking balls, and the guys who lean, you've got big fucking cocks, and the girls who can lean and shit, you've got big fucking titties. But I don't have big titties or big balls when it comes to that shit. I'm not gonna start off on a leader bike or a 600 and try to drag me on that. I'm gonna start small and work my way up. But yeah. All I'm saying here, guys, is that if you start off on a smaller bike and work your way up, learn how to scrub off those chicken strips when you're starting off on the little learner bikes, then you can advance the big bikes no problem, and you'll be able to drag me a hell of a lot easier than you would if you start off on a bigger bike, such as a leader bike or a 600. Another thing is that this little Ninja 300, I already did quite a few reviews on it. I've done one on this channel and one on my old channel. Oh, no cops. what was I saying? This little learner bike here, it's got more balls than a lot of people on 600s and liter bikes think. I've ridden this thing for quite a while now, and one thing that I've learned is that this bike has quite a bit of power. It's not your average 250. It's got like a 297cc engine or something, and that extra like 47 cc's or whatever it is, I think it's actually 96 cc's, 296. Those extra 46 cc's make a hell of a difference. Because a lot of times when I come out of turns and shit, this guy don't have his lights on. A lot of times when I come out of turns and shit, my back tire will spin if I get on the throttle too early. It will just spin the fuck out, and it's kind of sketchy because a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's a learner bike. You don't have to be too careful on it." Oh, I gotta turn on your lights, bro. Turn on your lights. Turn on your lights, man. Thank you, good guy. Turn on your lights. There we go. But yeah, this bike, it'll spin out of turns like a 600 if you get on the throttle too early. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it don't have that much power. It's a learner bike, so you're good to go. You don't have to worry about it that much." Oh, you do have to worry about this shit. If you get on the throttle too early, you can fuck yourself up on this. You can seriously lay your candy ass on the ground. You will put your punk ass on the ground so fast if you go on the throttle too early out of a turn on this bike. It won't even be funny. You'll be like, "What the hell happened? It's supposed to be a 250. It's got a 140 or 150 rear tire, 120 or 110 in the front. I don't understand how I just got fucked over like this." You'll be laying there thinking, "I'm a learner. This shouldn't have happened. This bike's not supposed to have a lot of power." For Ninja 300, I'll just say this. This is more of an advanced learner bike. It's not a 250. It's got almost 300 cc's, so it's got a little more bite. I'm not going to say it's a 600 because it's not, but it's got a little more balls to it than the smaller bikes, than the 250s. So if you're going to get a 300, just know that it has a little more power out of turns. Not a whole lot more than a 250 because I've ridden a 250, one of my friend's 250s, and yeah, that's what it is. Until next time, peace out, motherfuckers. That's all I got for today.